The terrifying and disturbing shadows of Donald Trump's history are rearing their ugly heads right in the middle of his chaotic and illegal conflict with Iran. This isn't just a political headache for him anymore. It has escalated into a literal matter of life and death for our deployed service members, whose safety is being directly compromised by Trump's undeniable ties to Jeffrey Epstein. The terrifying and disturbing shadows of Donald Trump's history are rearing their ugly heads right in the middle of his chaotic and illegal conflict with Iran. This isn't just a political headache for him anymore. It has escalated into a literal matter of life and death for our deployed service members, whose safety is being directly compromised by Trump's undeniable ties to Jeffrey Epstein and the global perception that he is the ringleader of the so-called Epstein class. Right now, top officials in the Iranian regime are weaponizing this exact phrase. They are actively using Trump's status as a leader of this Epstein gang to whip their military into a frenzy and unite the Iranian public against America. We just witnessed this play out over the last couple of days during massive public demonstrations. The highest-ranking Iranian generals and national security figures are looking at their citizens and asking, "Do you really want to be conquered by the Epstein class? Do you want a government that covers up child sex trafficking rings coming over here to rule you?" They are effectively using this disgusting history as a battle cry. And let's be totally honest about why this unconstitutional war was likely launched in the first place. Yes, Marco Rubio and Trump claimed Netanyahu was going to strike first, so America had to jump in to prevent retaliation. But the real, underlying reason? A massive tidal wave of horrific, sadistic details regarding Trump and his connections to Epstein was dominating the news cycle. Thanks to Khanna and Thomas Massie pushing the Department of Justice, those dark Epstein files were finally dropping. Trump was completely backed into a corner. Remember Pam Bondi trying to distract everyone by cheering about the Dow hitting 50,000? Well, how is that Dow looking right now, Pam? So what did Trump do? He pulled a classic wag the dog stunt and started a war. Let me bring the receipts and show you exactly how this is playing out overseas. The Speaker of Iran's parliament, Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf, recently declared that the destiny of their nation will be decided by Iranians, absolutely not by the Epstein gang. That set the tone. Then, just yesterday, Ali Larijani, a top national security advisor, was marching through Tehran Square alongside the country's top generals, Foreign Minister Araghchi and President Pezeshkian. In front of all the cameras, as American and Israeli missiles were supposedly raining down, Larijani made a very public address. While Trump and Pete Hegseth are chest-pumping, shouting about how they are destroying Iran and bringing hellfire, which, frankly, is only making Iranians rally behind the Ayatollah and destroying any domestic opposition, Larijani fires back. He basically says, "Mr. Hegseth, our leaders stand side by side with our citizens in the streets, but your leaders belong on Epstein Island." They even broadcast footage of the Iranian president casually walking the streets, completely unbothered by the threat of strikes, juxtaposed with messages rejecting the Epstein class. This is the propaganda loop playing constantly. And the tragic part is that it works because it's rooted in the reality that Trump's circle has a history of covering up for a massive trafficking operation. When your administration is completely devoid of moral clarity and historically compromised, how can you possibly claim the high ground? You can't broadcast a message to the Iranian people saying we want to liberate you when their response is, "You guys cover up for pedophiles, stay the hell away from us." This is exactly why our forces are in such danger. In any normal nation, if a politician is even remotely connected to someone who knew Epstein, they are forced to resign immediately. They are completely radioactive. But here in America, we have cabinet members who actually visited the island and act like it's a badge of honor. Iran's media is running with this, publishing statements like, "The Strait of Hormuz is only safe for ships whose leaders haven't visited Epstein Island." All pedophiles face sanctions. They are even generating AI videos showing Netanyahu holding a Jeffrey Epstein blackmail file over Trump, which angers Trump into pressing a button that bombs an elementary school. That is the exact narrative they are feeding their public, tying his dark history to the deaths of innocent children. And guess what? It is absolutely getting under Trump's skin. How can we tell? Because while commanding an active war, Trump is furiously posting online about Larry Summers being forced out of university teaching positions due to his ties to Epstein. He is hyper-fixated on it. None of this feels normal, and acting like it is can be incredibly exhausting. The anxiety is completely valid. It is crucial to stay informed, but you shouldn't have to sacrifice your mental health to do it. That is exactly where Indic Cloud comes in. Indic Cloud is your fully legal online cannabis dispensary offering premium pre-rolls, exotic flower, gummies, and their brand new zero-sugar THC sodas. It is a clean, alcohol-free way to unwind without completely checking out. Everything they offer is lab-tested, federally legal hemp THC, and it ships discreetly straight to your house. The news cycle right now is relentless. Morning alerts, midday chaos, late-night doom scrolling. Cracking open an Indic Cloud soda helps turn the volume down just enough. You can still stay engaged and process the world without carrying that heavy tension in your shoulders all day. They have sleep gummies to help you disconnect from the headlines, THC sodas for relaxing without booze, premium pre-rolls, and $70 ounces to keep you grounded. If you are 21 or older, you can grab 35% off for the entire month at indiecloud.co by using the code MIDAS at checkout. That is indiecloud.co, code MIDAS for 35% off. It ships discreetly, and please fill out the quick post-order survey to help support our work. Enjoy responsibly, and a big thanks to Indic Cloud for providing a calmer way to stay informed. Now, speaking of bombshells, the dam has truly broken regarding Trump's links to Epstein over the last few weeks. We are talking about smoking gun revelations. Recently released FBI documents brought forward the harrowing account of an underage girl from South Carolina. She alleges she was trafficked by Epstein through New York and New Jersey, and she specifically detailed a horrifying encounter where Donald Trump sexually assaulted her. While these remain allegations that Trump vehemently denies, the Post and Courier, the primary newspaper in Charleston, did some digging. While they couldn't verify the specific Trump encounter, they thoroughly corroborated numerous highly specific details she provided to the FBI about the South Carolina operations. The FBI considered her a highly credible witness. Then, things got even wilder during the deposition of Jeffrey Epstein's former accountant, Richard Khanna. It initially surfaced that this exact victim, the one who accused Trump, might have received a financial settlement from Epstein's estate. More hush money. Naturally, Republicans rushed to claim the Democrats were lying and that Khanna never said that. But then, Khan's own legal representation had to backtrack, stating they couldn't confirm or deny if a hush money payout occurred. House Oversight Democrats released a statement demanding transparency, pointing out that the public deserves to know if the Epstein estate paid off a victim who made severe accusations against a sitting president after being interviewed by the FBI 4 times. Add to this another newly unsealed DOJ document where a victim claimed Epstein actually had Trump on speakerphone during an assault. Trump denies this too, of course, but the sheer volume of these stories is exactly what Iran is weaponizing against our military. And let's not forget my previous reporting on this. Invading Iran was allegedly a long-time fantasy for Jeffrey Epstein. We have emails from September 2013 between Epstein and Ehud Barak, the former Israeli prime minister, where Epstein hoped someone would push Congress to authorize action against Iran. He even predicted years ago that Trump would start a war with Iran the second he felt cornered. We are literally watching this play out. Meanwhile, the GOP is desperately trying to smear the victims. Richard Khanna is dodging questions, and we're learning about highly suspicious pre-written press releases regarding Epstein's alleged suicide. And the cherry on top? Over the last 48 hours, Ghislaine Maxwell's attorney has been doing legal conferences, openly bragging about their aggressive efforts to secure a pardon from Donald Trump. So, to recap, we are in the middle of a war. Trump is ranting about Epstein ties on social media, Maxwell is angling for a pardon, and Iran is broadcasting all of this moral rot to galvanize their fighters against U.S. troops. This is the deadly real-world consequence of having an unapologetically compromised, morally bankrupt leader. Our military pays the ultimate price. Thank you for tuning in. Please hit subscribe so we can reach that. And if you want to stay completely plugged in, join our Substack at MidasPlus.com for ad-free episodes, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and exclusive content you won't find anywhere else.